I'd like to invite you to find your comfortable seat. If you're sitting on the ground or cushion, simply cross your legs in front of you. And if you're sitting on a chair or a couch, you can sit up nice and tall and have the knees over the ankles, sitting up comfortably. Once you get there, rest your hands, palms face down on the thighs or just above the knees. And we are going to start our session today with the eyes closed. So find your cozy seat. Once you're ready, join me as we close our eyes. Once the eyes are closed and you've established your posture, take a couple of moments to come to your body and notice how you feel. Observe the mind and the headspace. Feel into the body. And simply observe your emotional well-being. Take a couple moments to simply reel yourself in towards the body. Let go of the external world and begin to arrive to the internal landscape. Gently begin to shift your awareness to the feeling of the breath in the body. Notice the inhales and the exhales as they puff up and relax within. And if you'd like, you can draw out every inhale and exhale, breathing deeply. You can also simply follow your breath as it is, so just find what works for you right now. With every internal and external distraction, use that as a moment to draw deeper within, to focus even further on your breath. Take a couple more cleansing breaths here, just allowing yourself to arrive within. As we rest here and center ourselves within, I'd like to share with you our thought for practice this week, for today, however you want to look at it. So today I'd like to share a little story with you. And it actually is from what happened this past weekend. So I was walking around downtown Chicago and something happened to catch my attention, which I thought was quite interesting. So we were walking downtown and I happened to turn and I looked into a bank, and within there was this giant picture on the wall, and the picture had a saying in front of it. And the saying was, "Control feels so good." And I thought this was really interesting because it brought up my meditation practice. Control feels so good. And I thought it was ironic that it was in a bank, because when we think about money, we want to be in control of it and a lot of aspects of our life. But as I read that saying, control feels so good, I couldn't help but think that everything that I learned within meditation and within my yoga practices teaches me the complete opposite. That actually it's the relinquishing of control, the surrendering, that provides freedom. So I like to invite you to bring into your awareness, to your mind, your relationship with control over the path of your life, with control over things in your life, potentially children, potentially your finances, whatever it is. Where do you feel like in life you are trying to grasp for control? And take a couple moments to ponder this. So hopefully you have a couple ideas of where in your life you try to obtain the most control. And I'd like to share with you the thought that it is actually the relinquishing, the releasing of control that feels so good. It's the surrendering and the freedom that comes with letting go of the plans that our human mind has in store, and letting in of the thoughts, ideas, and plans that the bigger forces in life have for us. I always like to share this little story or visualization as if I were to hand you a little seed, a seed for a plant. And if I were to tell you that this plant is supposed to be a pansy. So you go home and you plant the seed, and every day you watch it grow and it slowly begins to take form, and you're like, this is going to be a beautiful pansy. I can't wait to see it when it begins to bloom, and it begins to grow and grow and grow, and eventually a rose pops up. And you may look at that and say, that's a horrible rose, or that's a horrible pansy. Like, why is this a rose? And be disappointed when the flower comes up, because this whole time you were expecting a pansy. But if I told you, or if I gave you a seed and was just like, watch it grow, see what happens. And with every step of the way, you notice the stem beginning to form, the leaves, and eventually a beautiful rose pops up. You get to be with the excitement and be present in the journey and be happy and excited no matter what shows up. So when we go through our paths, whether it's our meditation journey, whether it's life, I'd like to invite you to let go a little bit, to try to invite yourself to release that control and to open yourself up to what maybe those bigger forces in the world have in store for you. So as you go through this week, maybe keeping your mind's eye aware of where you're trying to keep control in your life, and maybe just loosening your grip slightly, letting go and letting whatever's in store play out, knowing that the universe is working for you to succeed. So take a couple moments, notice kind of how you feel right now, maybe what that brought up for you, and how maybe you can even apply that to your day and your life within the next week or so. Take a couple of moments to wrap up any of your pondering, thinking over our theme for today and the week. We'll subtly transition to our meditation for today. So if your hands are not on the lap, then gently place the palms face down on the knees or the thighs, and once you're ready, draw the eyes open. Look towards the ground ahead of you, about 3 to 6 feet, so the eyes are about halfway open. And I will start our timer for us. With the eyes drawn open and the gaze downwards, gently bring your mind's eye in towards the body yet again. Draw your awareness all the way to your tippy toes. Maybe you give them a gentle wiggle. Notice how they feel. And gently begin to relax the toes, the feet, and the ankles. Soften the knees and lower legs as you relax the hips, sits bones, and the thighs. Simply allow the lower half of your body to sink towards the ground beneath you, getting heavier and heavier. From the steady and grounded base, begin to lift every vertebra, stacking them one on top of another. Work all the way up the spine, through the back of the neck. Eventually reach the crown of the head all the way up towards the ceiling. The back is strong and lifted. Begin to soften the front of your body. So relax your forehead. Soften the eyebrows, the eyes. And rather than staring at one point in particular, just allow the visual field to enter through the eyes. Soften the cheeks and the jaw, relaxing the mouth, and float the tongue down away from the roof of your mouth. Allow the ears to soften. Relax the chest and soften the belly. Allow the elbows to simply hang by your sides as the palms rest effortlessly on the legs. Soften the shoulders. Gently draw your awareness towards the nose. Can you begin to feel the rush of air in and out within the nose with every breath you take? Feel the sensation. Gently draw your awareness towards the back of the throat. Can you begin to feel the breath in this region of the body? It may just be a subtle whisper, but notice what you feel. Tune into the chest. On the inhales, can you feel the chest rise and expand? On the exhales, feel the chest soften and lower. Notice the breath in this region for a couple rounds of breath. Eventually tune into the rib cage and the belly. On the inhales, can you feel your whole torso expand and lift? On the exhales, feel the belly, rib cage soften and lower. Feel the breath within the belly, the torso as you breathe. Continue to feel every inhale and exhale in your body. You may feel the breath in multiple regions as you breathe, or just one. You may even feel the breath in an area that we did not cover. Notice what you feel and be with every portion of your breath as you breathe. All you have to do is feel the body breathe right now. As we're here focusing on the breath, the mind will naturally think about other things, and that's okay. We are not here to stop thought. We are here to be with everything as it is right now. Thinking can take one of two forms. The first of which, you'll still be able to focus on feeling every inhale and exhale. Thoughts will sound like murmurs in the background. In that case, simply continue to do what you're doing, feeling the breath. If, however, those thoughts begin to come to the forefront and you're no longer actively feeling every inhale and exhale, then you are going to label whatever your mind is doing, thinking, and simply start over. Return to feeling every inhale and exhale. Rather than trying to control the mind, just let it be. Loosen your grip on the mind. Be with however it is. Feel the inhales and exhales in your body. When you're no longer actively feeling the breath, simply label whatever your mind is doing, thinking, and start over. Return to feeling the inhales and exhales. Practice this technique on your own for the next couple of moments. Notice what happens and be patient with yourself. Show yourself love. And again, just be with what is right now. I will let you know when it's time to draw your practice to a close. Gently draw your practice to a close. Feel free to add any subtle movements or close the eyes. Find what feels good in your body. We'll eventually meet up with the eyes drawn closed and palms touching at heart center. Once you get there, take a couple moments to notice how you feel. Draw your awareness to your mind, your headspace, and notice how it feels. What word describes the state of your mind? Draw your awareness to your body and notice how it feels. What word describes your body? And eventually tune into your emotional well-being. Notice the emotion that you feel right now. Simply notice, observe, and let it be. You're perfect just as you are in this moment. Gently give yourself a smile and really thank yourself for showing up here today, for dedicating your time to your health, your practice, and your life. And thank you so very much for sharing your beautiful energy and practice with me here today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.